Welcome back to RotoCityTech. Today we're out here at my brother's house taking a look at his brand new camper. It is a Flagstaff Microlite 25LB. Alright, I got my brother, Dr. Gunny, to come into the video to help me out, to let me bounce some stuff off of. But starting out, the ball is actually the 2 5/8, yep. Right? It's the bigger ball for the trailers, for a bigger size trailer, I guess. And then we have an electric tongue jack. This is something I want to do to our camper, but that's real handy with a light. That's cool. And then we have, it came already with the dual propane, and these are the larger ones. So that is definitely handy with the regulator here that can automatically switch, correct?
Correct.
Automatically switch between tanks. And then moving back behind here, we have the battery box. That is actually a bigger battery. Do you know what size?
So it's a 27 series battery, so I mean it came with just a standard RV deep cell battery. But I had already purchased one previously when I rented a camper, one of the bigger ones. So it's a lot more capacity, and we should be able to go a whole week without having too much trouble.
Nice. Does this have a battery disconnect already on this trailer?
It does. It's right over here on the corner, right behind the, right back there.
Oh, sure enough, right here. There's your battery disconnect. That's handy.
Yes.
So on this trailer, it does have electronic brakes, and my brother installed a system that is really easy to use. I'm going to let him tell you about it.
So this little box right here, it's actually mounted on the trailer, and it's a company called Auto Brake, and it's AUTOW brake. And what it is basically, this is the electronic brake controller, and instead of mounting it on your vehicle, you mount it on the trailer, and then you have a key fob to adjust the brake tension or the brake resistance. But that way, whatever vehicle pulls this trailer has already got electronic brakes set up. It goes through your brake light wire for power. So even if you have just a 4-prong for the trailer, it still has electric brakes. So that's a really cool feature.
Yes. So like in my other video on the FJ where I installed that brake controller module, you don't have to do that. It's all right here and in that key fob. So that's really awesome. All right, let's move around to the side over here. So starting out, we do have solar prep. Now this one is already this 2-prong SAE connection, where a lot of the campers have the Furrion connection, which is that weird circle one that's hard to find connections for.
Right,
so
this one's a lot, I like that.
Yeah, it's more universal, it seems.
For sure.
And then we have our first storage compartment with magnetic hold, which is really cool too. So this is underneath the front bed and couch area. It is a pass-through storage all the way to the other side. It's kind of limited in storage here, but on the other side you can really access everything really well. So here is his equalizer hitch as well with his anti-sway. So the side of this camper is fiberglass, and he had a special coating installed at the dealership to help protect it from UV rays so it won't fade the paint. It is also an aluminum floor, aluminum walls, and aluminum roof. So the construction of aluminum and fiberglass makes this camper a lot lighter for the size of it is. And it makes it the walkable roof where you can, as the name suggests, walk on it. Moving on down the trailer, we do have an electric awning with LED lights. These are white lights instead of the blue like a lot of them are. We have outdoor speakers that connect to the radio inside. We have a large grab handle that'll fold, as well as your step above aluminum steps that fold into the door and give you that nice solid step from being onto the ground and not just hanging off the side of your trailer. Frameless windows, which look really nice. And then we have, oh, the name? Yeah, Flagstaff 25LB. And then we have the back of your furnace. Or no, this is your water heater. Yeah, you have your water heater for the camper. And then we have your dual axle with the nicer aluminum wheels. And I believe this is the torsion system, correct?
Right, yeah. So instead of having leaf spring suspension, it actually has a torsion rod, which is a lot more robust system, but it's also cheaper to build. But I actually like it. It's going to be a lot better in rough terrain. It'll hold up a lot better.
Yes. And they come with the Goodyear Endurance tire.
Yeah,
which is
great tire.
Really a good tire.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. This is his outdoor kitchen area on his camper. And all of this griddle simply just hangs on this railing system on the side of the camper. You put this up, obviously when you're traveling, and store that. And your stovetop here pulls out from this area. Oh, release.
Gotta get both of them. Push that down.
There we go. There you go. So you have this nice storage area, refrigerator.
And the water hose for the outside.
And this
spray.
is, oh, just for an outdoor, like outdoor shower?
Well, the outdoor shower's on the other side. This is actually just outdoor spray. Like
so you can just
need to wash off your dog
Yeah.
or your boots or something.
Boy, this is fancy.
Or your dishes.
Or your dishes.
Yeah, since you're right here.
It also has a TV,
Yes.
external TV mount, and it has coaxial cable and electric plug out here.
Cable and, yep, cable and plugs. Very nice. And this system here just connects. Do you have a quick connect somewhere?
It's right down here.
Okay. Yep, there's your propane quick connect. You got 2 outlets right there.
So it'll have one for this and one for
Okay,
that.
perfect.
Once you get it pulled out.
Perfect. So we have your normal scissor jacks right here, which those are manual. And then you continue around. Here's your ladder to get up on your walkable roof. Are these LED tail lights?
They are.
All your lights?
Yeah.
So all the external lights for your road lights are all LED, which is a nice, well, I want to say upgrade, but it's normal for this.
Yeah, it's standard for this trailer.
For this level of trailer. Receiver, did yours already have this?
It had it.
Is it rated for?
I don't know what the rating is. I'm sure it says it somewhere.
Maximum capacity 300 pounds, not for towing.
Okay.
So that is.
But it'll hold bikes?
Yes.
I mean, that's what we're going to use it for.
Bike mounts or one of those aluminum cargo carriers or something like that. We got your spare.
Mm-hmm.
We have a camera system. Now, this was prefabbed for Furion camera system, right?
Correct. The shark fin Furion camera, but they're just really expensive.
Yeah.
And so I opted for this one on Amazon. It was $99 and came with the screen that you put inside the vehicle. And they actually sent an adapter to plug into the Furion wiring that's already there. So I didn't have to cut into any wiring or do any extra wiring.
Perfect. That's awesome.
And it works really well.
Yeah. Awesome. Moving around to the other side, we start here with your black and gray tank drain. On that note as well, I believe the sewer hose is also stored in the
Right, in the bumper.
And then we have our outdoor shower, and then our black tank flush. This one already had that system in place, as well as this is actually, I hadn't seen this before, but haven't been around a whole lot of brand new campers. This is where you would winterize. You'd put your antifreeze in during the winter. And then we have our city water connection, and then our cable and satellite connections when you're at an RV park that provides that. And then we have our 30 amp connection, correct? 30 amp connection here, and then the back of the refrigerator. And then we have the freshwater fill. This is where you would just fill it up just with a regular water hose when you get ready to go boondocking or something.
And then it has a drain underneath.
Freshwater drain there, and then the back of your furnace for your heater. Oh yeah, it's got a little pull handle if you'll get that. Whereas mine, I have to get down there with the crescent. I'm seeing all the differences. And then here's that other side, the storage connection, another magnet hole. Alright, so now we have arrived to all the specs. And this is, like it says, Forest River 25LB, and it has a, that's the gross,
that's the total,
yeah. 6645. The empty weight is about 4,600 pounds, and the length of this trailer is like 25 for the camper itself, and then another couple feet or 2.5 feet to add the tongue. So 27.5 feet total length and 4,600 empty weight. So here we are inside the camper, and this one is a Murphy bed setup. We're actually sitting on the sofa part of the Murphy bed. One cool little nifty trick they have are these side tables. That's pretty neat. Where you can,
when you're having your morning coffee, waiting for the kids to wake up. I mean, who am I kidding? Their kids wake up before you, parents. So another feature that I really like about it, once our kids go to bed, my wife and I always have a cup of coffee late in the evening. And so as we're sitting here just talking, it actually has a footrest that kicks up. It's really nice. And it's a nice sofa for what it is. So.
It is. So this also has the typical RV blinds on all the windows.
One of the features of the, what are they, borderless windows? What do you call them?
Frameless
windows. Instead of having that lever that you pull out and push the window out, or just a slide, these you turn this knob and it slowly opens up the window, and then it just holds it there. And then whenever you're ready to close it, you just turn it.
Nice, very cool. And then moving down here, we have this nice rest area where you can put your drink, and we have the charging center. So we have a standard 12 volt, like a cigarette lighter style USB, regular outlets, and this is this just for the
master bedroom lights?
Okay, so this switch is for the lights that are above the bed. Moving over here, we have a drawer for storage, and then a wardrobe to hang, and that's actually really deep.
Yes.
Back there, but so that is actually on both sides over here. Same thing, drawer and another wardrobe. And then I know one upgrade that he's done is he added a voltmeter with a USB, 2 USB connections here, since this camper did not have a voltmeter either standard. Okay, so now we are gonna fold this down and pull out the Murphy bed. You just grab this loop here, and that folds down, and then you just, it's got these little latches. They're kind of difficult to do, so we already had those undone. And then you just pull this. And there is your bed. They have already put on this memory foam. So this bed has, it's got like a headboard up here at the front. And then it looks like there is a outlet.
Regular plug. Yeah.
Regular plug up there to plug in a lamp or another charge if you have it. And then that awesome window.
Yeah,
that's probably one of my favorite things about these campers.
Yeah, that's a cool feature.
Having that big window. So this bed is like a residential queen, not just a camper queen. It's actually the same length and width as your normal house. So now we're just gonna fold it back up. See?
Hold that switch.
So also, if you just lift this up, there's where you can access a lot of that front storage. So that is beneficial. We also have this privacy curtain that goes across, that if you want to pretend like you have privacy from your children, it's there. And then we have this extra part of the countertop that folds out, which is pretty handy. We have our furnace or heater vents, which is nice to have them there and not on the floor where you might be stepping on a grate or something. And then we have some more outlets, regular outlets. And then moving on down, we have our kitchen. So we do have a double basin stainless steel sink, which is very large. And it has these plastic inserts that make this all flush, so you have all this workable space. And we have a little dishwasher thing storage. If you want to put a little sponge or something
Kids' toys.
with kids' toys in it. This is a drawer where you might, this is where the that go on the couch are stored right now. Maybe silverware or something eventually. And then we have our stove and oven combination. Now this is a 3-burner flush mounted stove with this folding glass which will act as a backsplash for when you're cooking, so grease will hit that and not your windows. And this also has your oven, which is nice. Not all campers, a lot of them this size will have an oven, so that is handy. So right here below your oven is another door with some storage. It kind of goes a little deep in there where you can put some items that maybe you don't get to all that often. So we have our vent and our fan, or our light and our vent, and then a microwave, as well as some above the sink storage that already has your gas struts to hold it up. So over here we have some more above the dinette storage. These are actually really roomy. So we have 4 of these cabinets that go all the way down. Right next to that we have our radio with the Bluetooth capabilities where you can hook up to your speakers, and you can choose outdoor or indoor speakers if you choose. And our dinette, this is, since this trailer is an actual 8-foot wide trailer, unlike some of the smaller ones, you do get a true 4-person dinette. This will fold down into a bed as well, and you might get 2 smaller kids on there fairly easily. And it does already have storage built in with the drawers, and I believe it probably has, yeah, some storage.
But they're bolted down. I think there's wiring that's in this spot.
Okay.
So
you only have access to the drawers,
right,
really.
I think that's why they put the drawers.
This is a table that you can remove fully and take outside if you needed to. And again, we have a drawer for this side with some more kids' toys in it. We have a TV that came with this camper, a nice flat screen with a sound bar. So this is a telescoping mount, so you can pull it out and kind of tilt it to where you're sitting. And then we have another little countertop space right here. And so let's turn around to the refrigerator. Now this one is really cool. It's made with this faux wood to match the rest of the camper. So it's not just your stainless or your black. And then the handles here. We have some more kids' toys. It's the theme of this camper. And then
And it's bigger
freezer.
than that.
Yeah. Do you know the cubic feet?
I don't remember.
Ours I know is 6, but this one looks a little bit larger. There's our controls for it. We are in here with the AC on. Luckily it is a very quiet one. And it is ducted, so you'll notice all the vents throughout the camper. It sends the air all the way, and not just a central location like this. Is this a 13,500 or a 15,000?
15,000. Yeah.
15,000.
This trailer had 2 upgrades. It had the 15,000 AC, and then it also has heated tanks, so it can be not quite 4 season, but close.
Is it an?
It is completely enclosed in the bottom.
So then it probably is 4 seasons.
And they are from the factory completely enclosed, but this one also has the heated tanks.
Nice. That's awesome. So down here, this is your typical fuse panel and circuit breaker. And then we have some more storage. Now this is would be your pantry probably, but I know from speaking with my brother and his wife, they plan on using this for the kids' clothes. They have 3 kids, so you can just have all 3 of their sets of clothing in here, which is really nice. This is only hiding some water lines and stuff back here. Just gives you access in case something goes wrong. So back here in the bunk section of this trailer, we do have double bunks is what they call it. They're full size with just the corner cut off. And each one of these bunks has 2 sets of lights. We have ducts for your AC so you can stay cool. And then over here we have 2 USB ports so your kids' Nintendo Switches can stay charged up. And this bunk has the same, but this bunk, oh, each bunk also has a window that you can crank open. So the ladder here just wraps around the edge of this bunk, allows you to get up. These are also the teddy bear mattresses. And then this one here actually can fold up. And then you pin it up back there. And this actually allows you to have kind of what they would call maybe a garage. You might could throw some bikes or some kids' bigger toys or something right there to store. So that's really handy. It comes with this cargo net to try to keep stuff from flying through the camper when you're traveling. So here we are in the bathroom. We do have an AC vent as well, so you can stay cool while you're doing things you need to do in the bathroom. And then
things you need to do. Okay.
And then this was a cool feature that this camper already came with, a max fan, which is really awesome. They are super quiet. I'll turn it on real quick. I mean, the fan in my RV is like crazy loud, so that's really cool to have. We do have a medicine cabinet already in here with a mirror, and then there is the storage. You got 3 shelves to store all your stuff, and then we have a little counter with holes for your toothbrushes and a blow dryer maybe right there,
so
if you wanted to get fancy, and a sink, as well as another pull-out storage and a little bit of storage right there for maybe some cleaning supplies or something. This is actually a porcelain toilet, which is really nice. It is a foot flush. It's over here on the other side. And then we have a shower tub combo. So this is actually deep enough that you could bathe your children in and not splash water everywhere, with some places to put soap and shampoo and whatnot. It did come with this little pouch here to store soap and shampoo, with a nice skylight. So if you're a little bit taller of a person, you can stand there and not hit your head like a lot of guys might do. Typical shower head there that you can change from the tub to the shower. And this is a rounded curtain rail so that you feel a little bit less crowded when you're in here.
okay.
The control panel for this camper is all right here, as well as your thermostat. So right here we have our awning extend or retract, and then we have our lights. These actually have master switches, so if you hit that, it'll turn off the lights in your whole camper, so you don't have to go around hitting each individual one. Here's the light for your porch, and here's the light for your awning, and then this is a Wi-Fi button we'll talk about here in a minute. But we have our buttons for our battery. So we can see here those 4 dots light up, it's full. Fresh water is empty, black's empty, gray's empty as well. And then we have the switches for your water pump, your water heater, the gas side of it, the electric side of it, and then here's the button for your tank heaters that we were talking about earlier. Your water tanks on this camper have a tank heater on them to keep them from getting frozen during the winter time. Now this Wi-Fi button, this camper it came with already installed a router and Wi-Fi extender. So if you wanted to purchase a plan through probably your cell phone provider, you can have Wi-Fi here even when you're out in the boonies and whatnot. So that's really awesome.
And also another feature of the Wi-Fi extender is if you're at a campsite that has Wi-Fi available, but maybe you're at the far end and the signal's really weak, this has that powered extender, so it would actually pick up that Wi-Fi signal, make it bigger, and then the campers around you would even have better wireless access. So it's kind of a cool little feature. I don't know if we'll ever use it, but
right. So this camper, as you can see, it's got a real nice modern feel. It does not have a slide, which I was kind of worried that for a second you would really feel cramped in here. I am used to a small camper, so maybe that's why I don't feel cramped. But they do a real good job utilizing this space. It's got some nice vinyl flooring that kind of looks like big tile. A nice color, nice light color, and then the darker cabinets. And this countertop is kind of a faux granite, I think, but it looks really good, and everything looks and matches well. The cushions are a nice shade of gray, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, aesthetically, this is a really pleasing camper to the eye. Okay, so we're going to end this video. I'm just going to ask my brother why he chose this camper, this specific layout and brand.
So when we first were looking, we wanted to kind of shop local. So we decided to go to one of the local places here and look at a bunch of campers. Our idea initially was to keep it really simple. So we didn't want to slide out. We didn't want a big trailer. You know, we had rented y'all's trailer last year, or borrowed it last year, and my family of 5, we slept in it just fine. The only thing that we missed was having enough storage for the kids' clothes. So we had to put that in a tent outside the camper. So when we needed to change clothes, we just went out there. So we didn't want that to be the case with our trailer. So we knew we wanted something probably 22 to 25 feet long. So when we got there, our intention was to look for that type of a trailer. So we looked at one that we thought we would really like, but the build quality I wasn't happy with, and I figured, you know, if we're really going to invest in this, I don't want to regret the decision the very first time that we stay in the trailer. So right after that, we stepped up a notch and looked at a nicer level trailer, and then we thought, you know what, for another $3,000 we could even do a nicer one. So we jumped up to this nicer one, and they had one in stock. It was a beautiful trailer. It had a slide out. It was a little bit larger. It was heavier, but it was just a beautiful trailer. When you walked inside, I mean, it just felt like luxury. And so we decided on that trailer, and then we went home. And the more and more we thought about it, we knew we were getting away from what we ultimately wanted when we were going to buy a trailer. And the experience we wanted was something simple. I ultimately want to be able to rent my trailer out, and so the less complicating features that people can tear up, the better that trailer is going to be. And so the more and more we thought about it, we wanted simplicity. And so they have this exact trailer with a slide out, and I had already been approved for the loan for it, and I was going to drive to Waco and buy it. But then I thought, no, we don't want a slide out. We want simple. So so we called our salesman up here local and told him, I want this trailer, and we went and got it that next week. So nice. That's kind of why, I mean, we literally bounced all across the spectrum. We looked at Wolf Pups, some of the bigger ones. We looked at some from, I think it was East and West trailers. We looked at the Keystone Bullet was one of the ones that we almost bought. I mean, we had the paperwork done. All I had to do was go sign it and pick it up. But again, when it came down to it, the reason we wanted to do this was to have simple fun with my family, and so we decided to go with this trailer. So I think it kind of exemplifies ultimately what we wanted from the very, very beginning.
Nice. And we should note that he does have a Ram 1500 half-ton pickup. The 4Runner has a 5,000-pound towing capacity, but once you get it loaded, you're going to be over that probably.
Well, a lot of the smaller pickups like the Chevy Colorados,
yes,
and the Canyons, and the Tacomas, they can go up to 7,500. Most of those, so they can pull it, but it would be. I mean, it's going to be a stretch. So
for comfortability, I think a half-ton would be probably fine. Those smaller mid-sized pickups do. I think they can tow like 7,000 pounds, 7,500, like you said. So that would work.
But again, with me wanting to rent this trailer out, I wanted it to be accessible for a lot of people. So, you know, a family that has an SUV, you know, like a little Tahoe or even Traverse and that kind of thing, you know, I wanted them to be able to hook up to this and go. And since the trailer brakes will be able to work on even those types of vehicles, it should make it to where they can handle it.
Cool. Well, thanks for letting us look at your trailer.
You bet, man. I love y'all's videos, and I was excited when you asked if I could be a part of one of them.
Well, thank you. We do plan on doing a lot more, even of just my family's. We all are into campers, so we're going to do some more tours. But anyways, we're going to end this video. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. And also follow us on Instagram at RotoCityTech. Thanks for watching.